Hello, once again, this is Justin McCullough for the Bronx Movie Club. I am not at the studio, as you can tell. My studio doesn't look anywhere near as cool as this. So, I guess what I wanted to talk about was, one movie I saw last night, Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, starring The Rock as Hobbs. I don't know his first name, and and Jason Statham as Deckard Shaw. Deckard, very British name. So, I guess we can get into it. The film is very well. First off, let me give you my initial thoughts. The movie is exactly what I thought it would be as a what do you call it? As a Fast and Furious movie. If you ever saw number 5 through 8, all the silliness and nonsense and stuff that's not based in reality is the same kind of stuff that's going on here. So it was exactly what I was looking for. The story wasn't something I cared for. I just wanted to see action, and I got a lot of it. I got about 2 hours and 15 minutes worth of it, which is very long. Um, but yeah, so I guess to get into the story, which, like I said, wasn't very important. Super virus gets stolen. Blah blah blah. Hobbs and Shaw are picked by the CIA to handle it. Blah blah blah. Lots of people get beat up. Blah blah blah. Idris Elba is like the coolest villain ever. Blah blah blah. The end. And that's and that's pretty much it. But I guess I can get into a few nitpicks. First of all, like I said, a lot of things don't make sense. The third act includes possibly the longest half hour ever, and I don't want to give too many spoilers on that. But people who saw this movie know exactly what I'm talking about the world's longest half hour. It has two big cameos, which aren't really cameos, more like um, I guess people who show up who aren't really supposed to be there and they stick around for a couple of scenes and then disappear. But it's awesome. I don't even want to give those names out because nobody else has given those names that I've been looking at. So I'm kind of afraid to be the one to spoil it. But it's fun. They came at just the right time, provided the comedy relief that was needed, and then bailed. So yeah. But speaking of comedy relief, the film was very funny. I've heard some people who I came with complain that it was way too many jokes, but I thought it was fine. Like it wasn't like being goofy and let's beat the bad guys, Billy. Oh. It was just like it was just comedy, just being lighthearted. It wasn't going out of their way to make a joke. So I don't see what people's problem is. But maybe I just walked in there with like low expectations because everybody else came in probably with high expectations and came out worried. I came out loving it. Um, Roman Reigns is in this film. I guess I'm not. That's not really a spoiler, but people who are fans of wrestling know that The Rock's cousin or nephew, one of the other Roman Reigns, is in this film. He has absolutely no lines. He's really just in the background, which makes me wonder how much he got paid to be in this movie. The film is produced by, co-produced by The Rock's production company. So maybe you're just kind of like, hey, Roman, you doing anything? Here, come on, let's go. And I know Roman's not his real name, but I forgot his real name. So I'm just gonna say Roman Reigns. Come on, let's go. Be in a movie. Be in this movie for like 5 seconds. uh, but yeah. Maybe I'm jumping around a little bit, but basically, virus gets stolen. Um, it's up to Hobbs and Shaw to save the day. Find out that the virus was stolen by MI6 agent who took it to prevent Idris Elba's character from taking it and destroying the whole world and creating like a new what do you call it? I guess super race of people who were able to survive the drug and run the world. I guess like Moonraker without flying into space. That kind of scenario. Idris Elba was pretty awesome in it. Um, he was what he was. He had the world's most awesome motorcycle. I don't ride motorcycles, but if I did, it would be that motorcycle. Um, he made wearing helmets look cool, and he was very much badass. So yeah, well I guess where else can I go other than to say that I enjoyed this movie very much. Definitely go out to see it this weekend. If you haven't already seen it this weekend, check it out next weekend or check it out this week. This movie will definitely make a lot of money in the box office. Um, if Fast and Furious 8 can make a billion, this movie can definitely hit around 700-800 million. Not that I'm the box office expert or anything, but that's my guess. Somebody put money on it so I can make a quick buck. I give this movie, I guess, yeah, I give this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. You know, it's not something that people are going to remember like 5 years from now, but it's definitely going to be something that people are going to be talking about this summer. It's definitely going to be. It's the big action movie of August, and it's going to take us right out into the fall. So definitely go catch it. Tell him Justin sent you, and he'll give you absolutely nothing. But yeah, see you around.